the people that exist, the human beings,
Okay.
the human beings that we know currently exist,
Right.
the ones that are, you can deal with Christian or not Christian,
Okay.
that are obsessed with finding aliens,
Right.
like the crazy ones, not like the I'm a scientist and I look at radars and
Right.
you know,
Trying to follow evidence.
This is my job.
Right.
Yeah, the crazy ones.
Okay.
Sorry. But
If you're listening to this,
all right, not
sorry.
crazy. The ones that really want to think they're out there.
Right. Like they're like obsessed with
Yeah,
them.
obsessed with it. What's up with those people?
I think a lot of us have a sense of there's more out there than what we know. And than what we can see and what we can understand.
Mm.
So I think that's a natural bent in all of us. Or maybe not all of us, but I think a lot of people I think a lot of people just want to believe there's something else out there that's either bigger or other than themselves.
Mm.
And so I think actually what they're tapping into is the desire every one of us have to be connected to something larger than ourselves, to believe that this world is just important as it is still something that's within a larger universe. And so I think there's people that just want to connect with that in some ways. And so I think there's that part. And so therefore I understand it, because I think actually what they're trying to feel, that desire to be part of something bigger, larger, something else out there, I think that's actually a search for God.
Okay.
And it ends up taking the form of aliens because that seems more tangible.
Okay.
And so I think there's that part of it.
Okay.
And then I think there can also be a demonic element to that.
Okay.
Because I do think that one of the things that can be that, in other words, if we're so obsessed, if we're being if we're being influenced to be so obsessed with something that may or may not be real, that may or may not be true, and we're spending like all our life's energy and thoughts on it, then I think we're missing out on the one who is out there, who is real and who is true, and that's God.
Okay.
And so I think it can be, in other words, what I'm saying is I think it can be like a very large distraction that demons are all too happy to implore and to influence us to go into if it keeps us away from the one true God.
Okay, so now the legitimate scientist people.
Okay?
Okay. So, their whole job is to search for aliens.
Okay.
And they can either be obsessed with it or not obsessed with it.
Sure.
But their job is looking for
Extraterrestrial life.
pings.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And trying to come up with new ways of discovering extraterrestrial life.
Sure.
Do you think that is worthwhile for a Christian to be doing?
See, as a job.
As a job.
As a job. I think it's worthwhile if that job, part of that job is discovering possibly new things within our universe.
Okay.
Like, I think anytime we're able to study and observe and even experiment with God's creation, I think that's a worthwhile endeavor.
Okay.
Like, I think it's a worthwhile endeavor to look and to see and to discover, again, what's out there.
Mm-hmm.
I think if the whole job is like, we need you to look for UFOs.
Right.
We need you and defining UFOs with not just like, oh, we don't know how to explain this, but it's probably human, whatever. But I mean, like, your job is, hey, look out into space.
Yeah.
For UFOs. Okay. Look out and see if you can discover some kind of evidence that would lead us to the fact that there is intellectual, complex life in another planet or on another planet. I would be concerned a little bit, I guess, if that's what you're spending all your time doing. And it's so specific as that, in other words, it's not like, well, discover the evidence of what's out there that, of just God's creation and try to understand it. And could this possibly be in light of the creation that you're studying or what you're seeing, and follow certain evidential, markers. I think that's one thing. I think, man, if I was spending my whole life kind of looking for ET, I would be maybe a little more concerned about that.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not saying there is sin for doing it.
Mm.
I'm just saying, is that what you want to do?
So I'm not in sin if I want to believe in aliens.
No.
You don't think it's a sin for people to believe in aliens?
No. Now, dude, no, I don't. I think the Bible, I was about to get to my take. I'll leave my take
okay
for a little while later. Do I believe the Bible leaves it open for the possibility that there are aliens? Yes.
Okay.
Therefore, is it a sin if people believe or want to believe that there are aliens? No.
Okay. So us having this conversation is not a sin.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Hypotheticals
so everyone
and all.
knows.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Man, this is one of the strangest things we've ever done.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
Yep. All right. Just wait till we get to AI and all the implications of that.
I know.
Because it's going to be a whole other can of worms. Because that's all real stuff.
That's real.
Yeah.
I know.
Yep.